one of the founders of the first ever professional football league in 1888. In fact, they played the first ever game in the first professional league, which was against Aston Villa, and they scored the first ever goal, though sadly it was an own goal. So strictly speaking, Aston Villa scored it, but they scored it in their own goal, so we're taking it for Wolves. I think since those pioneering days, Wolves have always been a progressive club, so I'm sure you're familiar with the Champions League. Well, that all started at Wolverhampton Wanderers. So the first floodlit European football was played at Wolves, at Molineux Stadium in 1950s. And then actually in the 60s, we were the founder member of the first ever US soccer league. And we actually won that competition as the Los Angeles Wolves. So it was a post-season tournament where teams were flown over from all across Europe and South America, and we won that one as well. So we like to think that we're quite progressive and founders of lots of different things. I think since then, and more up to date, Wolves play in the English Premier League. That's the biggest and the most watched league on the planet. We're obviously very, very proud to play in that. We have players that come from all sorts of different nationalities and backgrounds. My particular role is marketing and commercial. So naturally, I'm always interested to understand how we tell stories to grow our fan base in different countries. In terms of this project, just to give you a little background on sort of youth development, we run lots and lots of different schemes. We run recreational schemes, and what we mean by that is this is not necessarily about performance. We're not looking for the best kids in the world. We're just looking to give kids a really fun time. This is about education. This is about just having a great time and coming and playing football and being healthy. Yeah, exactly. Now from that, and we do recreation literally from, we call it Wolf Tots, so from 18 months old, believe it or not, all the way through to adult teams that we'll coach, as well as coaches, and do coach development as well. I think then you move into the more professional side. So the more professional side would be our academy. So Wolverhampton Wanderers has a Tier 1 academy. So Tier 1 is the highest level of academy that you can have in England. Again, it's a fantastic sort of setup at our training grounds. We recruit kids from as young as 5 years old. So again, when you're looking at kids for an academy at 5 years old, it's not necessarily about physical attributes, it's about whether they can listen and whether they're coachable. We talk a lot about that. Are these kids coachable? And then we take those kids all the way through then to under 21s, where we hope at some point that they will leave our academy and either play for the Wolves first team or they'll play for other professional teams. But one thing I will say to you, and I know if our academy director was sitting here, he'd also say to you, is that we manage the relationships with the parents very, very carefully. In the likelihood of becoming a professional footballer is incredibly low, even for the most talented kids. It's very competitive, and it's very small percentages. So the ethos of the academy is all around developing really good people. And if those good people become footballers, great. However, if those good people become, they get good jobs and they work in banks, that's fantastic as well. And we feel like we've done our job there as well. So hopefully that gives you a bit of an idea of what we're trying to do. As part of our program, we're looking to expand our program. We're very proud of it, and we're looking to expand it to new markets. Obviously, I'm delighted to be here today. This will be our first project in India. It's very exciting. And yeah, that's what I'm here to talk about.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Russell.